we're seeing gasoline station prices below $2 a gallon. Only a few in some of the southern states like Georgia, South Carolina, Alabama, but a few nonetheless. We're also seeing probably 1,500 to 2,000 stations that are below 2.25. If you look at the OPIS database where we follow 130,000 prices, you might ask why. Why are we seeing this now? The answer is a little bit twofold. We're seeing much lower crude oil prices than we saw in late September and early October when crude oil got back to about $85 for the Brent benchmark and to about $75 for US WTI. And we're seeing much cheaper numbers these days. These days, we're seeing something closer to $73 for Brent and about $63 for WTI. Our sense here at OPIS is that this is more of an interlude as opposed to an actual trend, and we may see the market get considerably less sloppy in the next couple of months. A lot of that has to do with the Iran sanctions that you've probably heard about recently. Even though there's 8 countries that are going to be receiving waivers on how much Iranian oil they can import, we think that over the next few months or so, the squeeze is going to be put on and a lot of Iranian exports are going to be cut. So we think that crude oil prices will probably trend higher. We're not necessarily sure that they'll get to the $80 or so that a lot of investment banks are calling for this winter, but maybe this is probably a little bit of a buying opportunity or a little bit of a slump. Well, let me get back to gasoline prices for a moment. You might think that when you see gasoline prices dropping in your neighborhood, that it means, nothing good for the retailers. The reverse is actually true. Retailers right now, whether they're in California or whether they're in New Jersey, they're probably having the biggest inning that they've had since at some point in 2017. Wholesale prices have actually dropped by anywhere between 30 and 75 cents a gallon. And most of you know that if you look on the street, you've seen price changes maybe 5 cents or 10 cents a gallon. So it's one of those times where it probably pays to know what you're paying for and to know where prices are around you. There are many markets. California is one, for example, where you can buy gasoline for about $2.85 if you search. But if you just sort of stand or stop at the same old place, you'll be paying something closer to $3.75. So enjoy it while it lasts. We think the prices will probably head back higher after this little interlude here in the late autumn. But for now, most Americans are going to have a little bit more money to spend for the holiday season.